Hey guys, it is Friday, August 14th, 2015. Today I have two big pieces of news for you, and then I will be answering some questions that a friend of mine sent me. So, yeah, let's get started. Um, First piece of news, I am back to working on my novel. I took a bit of a break to prep and participate in Giswez, which I know we talked about in a few previous videos, so I won't give too much information on that. But yeah, so that was an amazing experience, and I had a really, really great time. Um, so yeah, that was awesome. But I obviously that was a big time commitment. So I didn't want to have my novel weighing on me during that week and the few days before. I wanted to take a break and relax. Um, so I took the time off, and it was good and rejuvenating. And then this past Tuesday, the 11th, I think, yeah, 11th, I got back to writing, and it's been going really well so far. I'm working on chapter 7 of the novel, so that's exciting. I know that doesn't really give you any information, but somewhat generalness. I've written about 25,000 words, I want to say. That's including the like chapter 1 to where I am on 7, and also some random scenes I've written that will go later in the novel but don't fit right where I'm writing at the moment. But I had the ideas, so I wanted to get them down on paper as soon as I could. So that's how that's going. I think I'll post an excerpt sometime soon. If I haven't already posted one recently, I might post another one soon, just as a little tidbit to give you some information. Second piece of news, you may or may not have noticed there is a new URL for this channel, which is very exciting. Google is now branching out and giving more creators custom YouTube channel URLs. So people who are like active and have a small number of subscribers and make videos on a regular basis, they're trying to help them get bigger and have a wider reach. So instead of having, 25 random letters and numbers as my YouTube address, you can now go to youtube.com/c/Jennifer Gittler, which is awesome and really exciting. So that was amazing news. I woke up to that. I think I got that email Monday morning. So I woke up and had that news, and it was really exciting. So I'm advertising that, making sure everyone is aware of that. So it's definitely really cool, and I think will really help in the future. And thank you very much to Google for doing that. I'm sorry I'm not watching every single video on YouTube, but thank you. And yeah. All right, so let's move on and answer some questions. These are all from my friend Mitchell, who is also a self-published author, and I will link to his Facebook account in the video description for this video. Thanks. Favorite snack while writing? I don't usually eat that much when I'm writing, but when I do, it's usually candy or some other sugary food, soda, something like that. There's also plenty of times where I have juice or something healthier, but if I need the fuel, I need the sugar. 2, coffee or tea. I like iced tea or iced tea lemonade, so kind of in the answer. 3, do you outline or let characters write the book? It's a mix of both. I come up with a general outline for each chapter, and then of main points that I want to have happen, but how the characters get from point A to point B is often decided in the moment and somewhat decided by the characters. And obviously, the further I get into the novel, the more the characters take over because they're becoming stronger characters that I have a better understanding of. 4, if your book sold 100,000 copies, what would you do with the money? Lots of things. Most of it would go in a bank account just to make interest. A fair amount of it would be used to help pay for college because that's a giant expense I have right now, so definitely would help with that. Some of it I would use to buy something nice to celebrate, maybe a car or something that I've been looking at but don't really have the spare cash for right now. And then I would also donate some of it to a number of my favorite charities because I always want to help more than I am able to. So that would definitely assist in that process. 5, do you listen to music while writing? If so, what artists? I do sometimes. It really depends on my mood and what I'm writing. which also affects what artist I listen to because obviously I'm not going to listen to heavy rock when I'm writing a sad scene. Um, my main artists are All Time Low, Sabrina Carpenter, Loudon Swain, or I also have an album of piano music that I used basically all of Camp Nano. So that really got me through that and was a lot of help and worked really well because it was focusing just like music, but I didn't have words distracting me, so I enjoyed that a lot. Six, favorite thing to do besides writing. I really like photography, reading, obviously, hanging out with friends and family, volunteering, and also just relaxing and watching TV and, just normal teenager things. Cats or dogs? Cats. Biggest fear? My biggest writing related fear is that I'll just like wake up one day and have totally lost my inspiration um, and talent in a sense too, I suppose. And it's not only a matter of like wanting to kind of get famous or making money in the process, it's also just that writing is really important to me personally. And, it's the main way I express myself. And, I really enjoy having that in my life. And I think it's helped me in a lot of situations. So I write for myself as much as, if not more, than I write for other people. So losing the will and ability to do that would be really, really hard for me. And finally, any reoccurring events or character types in my books? I don't think so. But at the same time, I don't think I've gotten far enough into enough books to be able to give you an accurate answer on that question. I do know that I always try to put at least some part of myself into every character I write. Um, Obviously, like one-time characters that doesn't apply to, but people who are there often, my main characters, my secondary characters, tertiary characters usually too. It can be something simple like their favorite color or their favorite food, or it can be something big like what career they want to have or a dream they have for the rest of their life or something. So, yeah, so that is somewhat reoccurring. I'm sure there will be some sort of reoccurring theme. I just haven't done enough to really identify one quite yet. All right, so obviously this video is a little bit longer than other ones. I tried to talk quickly, but So thank you again to Mitchell for the questions. I hope this was interesting and gave you some insight into me and my writing process. And yeah, all right, guys, I'll see you all in 2 weeks. Enjoy the summer.